have a million things to do. Couldn't it be tomorrow?
Oh, I remember reading in the paper where, due to a lack of interest, tomorrow was canceled.
Due to lack of interest, tomorrow is cancelled.
Well, I guess that means that the Kaiser Chiefs are Monkees fans too. Hello and welcome once again to Monkey Madness, where I review every episode of the 60s grooviest family sitcom The Monkees in original broadcast order, before ranking them all whenever I've finished. Today I'm reviewing The Devil and Peter Tork. Peter sees a harp in a pawn shop and instantly falls in love with it. The shop's mysterious owner, Mr. Zero, offers the harp and the ability to play it to Peter with a buy now, pay later contract. The harp unexpectedly makes the Monkees an overnight success, but little does Peter know that Mr. Zero is actually the devil, that he has sold him his soul.
He really is the devil. Devil or not, he's a rotten house guest.
It's up to Mickey, Davy and Mike to take Mr. Zero to court to try and get him out of it. This feels like an early Season 2 episode, but it's actually one of my favourites. The main way that you can tell it's an early Season 2 episode is that the lads still have that Californian mod look, rather than the more far-out and individual styles that they had later on. There's also a laugh track, which had been dropped for earlier episodes. Whilst I believe that a few episodes were delayed so that they could spread out the episodes without Mike, I've heard mixed things as to why this was delayed. If I remember rightly, the rumour was that they got into trouble with censors for making fun of the fact that they couldn't say hell on television, even when they were literally talking about the place.
It's pretty scary. You know what's even more scary?
What?
You can't say on television.
The actual reason was that they got into trouble with them for the subject matter of the song used in the romp scene, Salesman, because of what he's implied to be selling.
It's high, it's sailing so high. A salesman with your secret goods that you push while you talk. Sailing so high, high.
Let me know if I've got that the wrong way around in the comments, Monkey Maniacs. As for the plot, this is of course another version of the Faust legend, which I'm a big fan of, as you can tell from the fact that I've made 2 videos on Bedazzled. We get another great Monty Landis villain performance as Mr. Zero, and this has to be my favourite. He's not buried under silly costumes or makeup, and yet he's great, being comical while still being a genuine threat. He displays his magic using jump cuts, like an evil Marty Hopkirk. It's a very simple effect and it's very obvious, but I still think it works pretty well. I do like that the colour of the backdrop outside changes when he appears. I'd never noticed that. The supporting cast in the courtroom were pretty good too, including Lee Kalima, who also appeared in the Season 1 episode The Spy Who Came In From the Cool. Okay, you know what I'm going to say by now. I don't recommend showing this episode to younger kids. If you have a problem with me saying that, boomer from the US commenting with their full legal name, then go and complain about the price of eggs or something. There's a fantasy romp where the lads imagine hell, which, like the previous episode's romp, is a nice change from the chase romps that have dominated this season. I think they do a pretty good job with the set and costumes here, and director James Frawley is having a lot of fun with the rapid-fire editing, making it one of the best romps in the series. The song, the aforementioned Salesman, is a cool but bouncy track sung by Mike.
Short lifespan, the whole thing's grand.
It also intercuts with some Rainbow Room footage of himself, Peter and Davy. It's so brief that there's little point, but it's a great video, so I'm not going to complain. I will take the opportunity to mention that there are harp covers of Pleasant Valley Sunday and I Wanna Be Free. We don't really get to hear the former that well due to the sound effects, but the latter is particularly beautiful. If you've been watching these reviews for a while, then you know that I prefer the later episodes in Season 2. Whilst it's always been a rather silly family show that's no stranger to fourth wall gags, they're weirder and looser and sillier, with goofier performances and a more tongue-in-cheek sense of humour. What is lost in these later episodes is the sincerity, and that's certainly what we get in the ending here. Mike argues that the devil didn't give Peter anything because Peter's love of the harp meant that he was always able to play it, which neglects the fact that, you know, he also gave him the harp. Anyway, as I've discussed before, the few times where the Monkees tried to pull on the viewer's heartstrings worked surprisingly well, narrowly avoiding being saccharine or soppy. A big part of that has always been Michael Nesmith's performance, and this episode is certainly the best example of that.
You see, Peter loved the harp, and he loved the music that came from the harp. The power of that love was inside of Peter, and it was that kind of power that made Peter able to play the harp.
He delivers this line with such conviction that he impressively pulls off an argument that's quite silly and sentimental in theory. Obviously, this scene was written by the writers, but it was directed by James Frawley, who let them improvise and experiment at times, and I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case here from the delivery.
Don't you understand what that means when you have that inside of you? People say, well, I can't carry a note. I can't sing. I'm tone deaf. But nobody's tone deaf, because, baby, in the final analysis, love is power. That's where the power's at. And you want to tell me that you gave it to him, but I know different, because I'm a musician.
Whether they're his words or not, he's fantastic, and it's one of the best performances in the show, full stop. I always knew that this episode was good, but I'm surprised by just how good it is every time. The episode ends with a Rainbow Room video for No Time, which I'm surprised has only appeared on the show once so far. It's a fast-paced throwback to 50s rock and roll, and the video for it is a lot of fun. Mike is so me in this video. They all look like they're having a great time, and it's infectious. And it wouldn't be a Season 2 review at this point if I didn't go out of my way to compliment their clothes. I like all of them, but Mike's cherry red trousers stood out to me this particular time round. This is a brilliant episode. It's definitely in my top 5, but it will be really hard to place when I do my final ranking, because it's so different from the others I have up there. Have you seen this episode? What did you think of it? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to tip me, you can buy me a coffee on Ko-Fi. Whilst you're there, you can also get a membership for bonus content, including seeing how I make videos just like this. If you want to see me review the episode where Captain Hook finally manages to get Mickey to shut up, then you can watch my last Monkees video here. See you soon!
So, you are now proud owner of this photograph of motorcar. I am happy. But property is theft, so you are now under arrest. Well enough.